FC Bayern Munich, Leroy Sane! Leroy Sane. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sane Show, where all we do is talk about Leroy Sane. I mean, everything on this channel is Leroy Sane. I'm actually sorry. I didn't want it to be like this, but it has to be because it's just the player that I want, okay? When I want to transfer, it has to happen. So, apparently, Bayern aren't going to sign Sane in this transfer window. I'm pissed. I'm actually annoyed by that because, I mean, we've hyped it up for a whole year now, essentially. We started this in 2018, right? No, 2019, this summer. And this transfer thing has dragged on and on and on and on and on. And now we are in a new transfer window, and it's not going to be close. And next summer, it will be a year since we started talking about Sane. Sane is going to be another year older. He's 23 right now. He's going to be 24 in January 11th, man. Leroy Sane is going to be 24. He's also coming back from injury. I did think we should have signed him to kind of almost, get himself associated with the culture of the club, and get to know his teammates. That's what I was thinking. But apparently, the club are willing to wait for a whole season, half a season, to sign him. I also wanted him to be in the Champions League knockouts. I cannot tell you this enough. I mean, there is people out there who think Leroy Sane is genuinely going to come back and be the worst player we've ever played with just because he was injured for a few months, which isn't true because we have players that get injured all the time. In fact, we are known for Hospital FC for a reason. We have so many injured players. I don't know if it's our fitness department. A lot of them need to be fired, man. Our fitness department is so bad. Lewandowski, Kimmich, maybe Thiago, right? And maybe Alaba. Oh, actually, no, not Alaba recently. These are the only three players. Lewandowski, Kimmich, maybe Alaba that don't get injured every day. These are the only ones, and now Alphonso Davies, they don't get injured. And I'm thinking, how does that happen then? How does that happen? We have so many we are one of the richest clubs in the world. Surely we can afford the the best fitness department. Our fitness department is donkers, man. And Lucas Hernandez gets injured every now and then. Also, we do tend to sign injury-prone players. I don't know who's Brazo. He's not. Just go on transfer market and just go to their stats, injuries, and you avoid signing so many injury-prone players. We could have signed some excellent players, but we always sign injury-prone players. And Pavard stays fit as well, but it seems like the players that you're not really invested in always stay fit. When Coman starts playing well and firing goals and assists, we all love it, but then he'll get injured, and it just doesn't make any sense. Same with Gnabry. He'll just be out for a few days or a few games. So we do have a trash fitness department. So the news is, we're not signing Sane in this window because he'll be cheaper in the summer. But I say to that is stupid, right? I would pay the extra money now to have Sane be fit 100% in February, and we're going to have the Champions League knockout stages. We need a player that can be clutch in those rounds and knows how to play in the Premier League. Sane would be perfect against Chelsea, but I also understand what the club are doing, right? You want Sane to come back from injury, low risk, when he starts playing for City, because Pep won't just let him rot on the bench because he's leaving. Everyone knows Sane isn't going to be at City next season, right? They were saying that PSG were in the race for him as well. That's bogus. Unless PSG sell Neymar, they would also want Sane, which, it's not going to hinder us. Sane won't want to go to PSG. Why would Sane go to PSG? Unless his girlfriend's like, I want to be in the city of love. That's not going to happen. Man, Sane going to PSG is like me playing for Bayern Munich. It's never going to happen. So the whole PSG Sane thing is off. We don't want that. So we don't want Sane to be at PSG. We don't want. In the summer there's going to be a few clubs that are like, oh, we want Sane too. Like Juventus don't have a left winger, do they? So they might be like, we want Sane, and then we're in a complication. Right now, it's low risk. He's injured. Not many clubs are, looking at him as well. So we have to go ahead and get him. But in the summer, he's basically, Sane is basically a Bayern Munich player. But at the same time, I want to see him wear that shirt. I don't trust this Bayern board to go ahead and buy a player with the money that they have. I mean, Bayern is so rich. You would think we would be buying Mbappe right now. We don't buy players like Mbappe. It's almost like we want to save money on the players we need the most. This is what the club didn't do, right? Look at Newbold. Newbold's coming in. Manuel Neuer doesn't want to leave his spot. And the ruthlessness of that is that we don't let Neuer just dictate what he does with our club. It's my club, man. I don't want you making mistakes. You're like 33 right now. You're way past your prime. So we just tell Neuer, look, we're signing Newbold. You're going to sit on the bench half the games, and he's going to get minutes. If you don't want that, you can leave. That's what I would tell Neuer. Because we have to put the interest of the club first. It's not about the players, right? Neuer is only one player. If he is angry, he's only one. This is the ruthlessness that Bayern needed. Ian Robben and Ribéry were getting very old. We failed to replace them, and look where we're at now. Trying to sign Leroy Sane for millions, 100 million, man. You know how much 100 million is? 100 million is a lot of freaking money. Only because we failed to replace the players we needed to replace. If we had replaced Robben and Ribéry properly and weren't trying, now we're stuck with Perisic on loan. We're stuck with Coutinho because we failed to replace the players that we needed to replace. We bought Serge Gnabry. We had Kingsley Coman, right? We had these two players to replace two positions. That's the stupidest thing ever. You should have 4 players for 2 positions. You should have 6 for 3 positions. You should have 2 for 1 position. We should have a backup striker, right? We had one in Wagner, but KOVAC never played him. And another thing, why do we never rotate? Why do we never rotate players? I mean, Neuer got injured. We never rotate players. We just let him hang on the bench and then wonder where their playtime is gone. Look at Renato Sanchez. He should have been... I mean, to be fair, we do rotate our squad a lot, but we just rotate positions. Kimmich, you're a right back now. Kimmich, you're a center midfield now. Kimmich, you're an attacking midfielder now. That's our definition of rotating players. So, I mean, we need to rotate more players. Everyone watching, you're an amusement cunt. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, we need to... What was I talking about? Oh no, Lewandowski's not injured. He is simply recovering from groin surgery. Fun fact, he's been playing injured for like 3 months now. Well, injured. So, yeah. I don't know. The guy just is an engine. I mean, he should have had surgery earlier, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine, but he will be fine. Hopefully it doesn't mean he'll miss a single game. Lewandowski literally programmed this to make sure he was he did the surgery in the win. He did it the game after the game versus, who did we play last? Forgot, don't care. So he did it literally after the game, which is why he felt kind of off because he was thinking about the surgery, and then now he's recovering, and he needs to recover. He has 2 weeks to recover, which is more than enough because it's only surgery on the groin, which isn't like a huge important, it's not like a ligament where you need to, no, it's not that. So he's fine. Lewandowski is literally a machine. So yeah, I mean, scoring like the most goals in Europe with an injury is actually a bit crazy to me. I don't know. Hasn't he scored the most goals this year too? But Leroy Sane is a huge priority. If we don't go ahead and sign Sane, another club will come in, offer him £1 million a week or euros a week, and then he's just gonna go. Coman, there's news that he will be fit for the next game on the 17th, is it, or 19th? But he will be fit. He was carrying a little hamstring injury or something. I'm not sure. And that's another thing. We fail to get the cover. Sane will come in and he's going to be covered. If Coman's injured, we won't be playing around with Muller right wing and then Gnabry at left wing, playing players out of position. We'll have wingers to play and cover these type of injuries. So yeah, he will be back for the start. I don't think Coman's the guy anymore, to be fair. Yes, for me, Leroy Sane has to take Coman's spot. If it was up to me, we would sell Coman. We would buy a winger that can stay fit and also has good decision making skills in the box, and we would buy Leroy Sane. If that was my opinion. I don't really understand the whole point of Kingsley Coman. I mean, he'll beat a man, right, and then make a whipping across that gets past everyone with absolute pace. I don't want Kingsley Coman anymore. I'm sorry, I have to be the only one who feels like that, but he frustrates the crap out of me. He has the talent and the ability, the speed to beat a man, but he doesn't know what to do with it. He'll be in front of goal with the goal at his mercy. The goalkeeper is beaten, and he'll just smash the ball instead of composing himself and picking the spot. I don't know if you can coach that. I don't know if Hansi Flick can coach that out of Coman. So I'm not even sure we keep Coman. At this point in my Bayern career as a fan, I would like to see us sell Kingsley Coman. Coman and the coach know what's missing in his game. We're working on it. Coman is motivated to be here and succeed. He's been here for a long time. I mean, he had a whole season last year for us to figure out what type of player he would be, and then he didn't stay fit for all of it. So we needed a Robben and Ribéry more than we needed them. And then in the important moments, I mean, Coman has become very disappointing. He hasn't been the same ever since Juve left, and that's true. I hope Hansi Flick can coach him on how to be in the box, because everything he does in front of the goal seems like he's hurrying, seems like he's in a hurry to score, seems like he's in a hurry to pass, seems like he's in a hurry to beat his man, seems he has zero composure in the box. How are you going to play for Bayern Munich? And Ribéry was just, Ribéry would dribble, stand in front of the goal until the defense moved, and then he would slot his pass into the goal. Robben did the same. Robben would just chill, relax, and then whip a goal in top bins. I'm not interested in Havertz. I think that Havertz, I mean, yeah, he would help us, but for 120 million, he better come and score 30 goals a season and give me 40 assists. He won't be 100 million. I mean, we can definitely look at other options. Look at Fabian Ruiz. He'll be like 60 million from Napoli. You know, there's so many different options for a player. For me, I'm kind of done with the whole number 10 thing, the whole technical player in the number 10. I'm kind of done with that. I want us to go back to the traditional Bayern 4-3-3 or 4-1-4-1, whatever you want to call it, where we have a box-to-box midfielder, and then we have an attacking midfielder who's also box-to-box. I want us to have a little bit of mix, and I want us to have a defensive midfielder. Right now, Leroy Sane is so important for me, because Sane just, you know he's going to be a star, because when he's in front of goal, he relaxes, and then picks his spot, and then always shoots to his spot. Look at the games versus Liverpool where Sane would just be in front of the goal and it would always be a goal. I mean, Sane made Alisson look like a little child wearing a skirt. That's what Sane did. He was putting the ball through Alisson's legs. He was ripping Van Dijk apart. That's what I want in my winger. I want my winger to turn up when it matters the most. Coman doesn't do that for me. Did I miss? You don't want us to sign Sane, or are you talking about it now? I'm talking about the fact that Bayern's board is very incompetent and they're not going to sign Sane in this January transfer window. And I guess the title is a little bit clear. So yeah, we will be signing Sane in the summer because he'll be cheaper, but we need him now. We need a solution. We need depth. I don't want to see Perisic play again. I mean, Perisic scores and he assists, but he epitomizes what I don't want to see in a winger. Perisic and Coman they don't make me excited for anything. Coman takes the man down the line, whips a 50-mile-per-hour cross in, which does absolutely nothing, and then Perisic, he can't beat a man, so he'll just cross useless balls into the box. So Sane is the player that has the dribble speed of Coman and the finishing of Gnabry. Yes, that was the point, Dyer. So Sane is that is true. Sane, well, I wouldn't say Gnabry is clinical. I mean, he misses quite a few chances, But I would say that Gnabry is ruthless in front of goal, which is what I like. I like that player who relaxes and then picks his spot, because Bayern wingers don't get many opportunities to be scoring goals because Lewandowski is there. We don't. Our whole play is to create chances for our strikers and our attacking midfielders, right? And also headers. We create a lot of heading chances, so we need a big striker in the box. Lewandowski's not the tallest guy in the world, but he wins a lot of his headers. Oh my God, why does my mother choose to blend things only when it's always when I'm streaming. She decides she wants to blend something. But like I was saying, we need clinical wingers, because they're not going to get many chances because you have a striker Lewandowski. Well, the January deal isn't entirely off the table, is it? For me, I don't trust the board. I don't trust Hassan Salamander. I'm not even calling him by his name. Hassan Salamander to do it. Gnabry is clinical at Germany. He is. But at the same time, 99% of the teams in Europe are ranked below the 150 mark with the FIFA ranking. So he's pretty much playing farmers. So anyone would be. Cristiano Ronaldo is scoring 4 goals a game, 3 goals a game, right? Playing against teams that are ranked 200 on the list of UEFA. While Messi is still scoring hat tricks against teams that are ranked in the top 50. It's pretty sad. So Sane, Leroy, Gnabry, what a front three. Yeah. I mean, also, look at the amount of goals they would score. My thing is, sometimes Lewandowski has an off day where everything's not going for him. The finishes aren't going for him, right? So we need 2 wingers who can take the game by the scruff of the balls or neck, whatever you want to call it, and just do something. Gnabry is starting to do that. Look at the games Gnabry has been involved in, right? He just keeps trying to shoot outside the box. A lot of people hate it. I love it. He keeps trying to shoot with his left. I love it because sometime, when we win a Champions League semi-final, we need a goal to equalize. Gnabry is just going to pull one out with his left foot, and you're just going to be like, wow, where did that come from? He's been missing them all season. But at least he's trying it. Is Süle still injured? Yes. It's crazy because Süle was. I literally said it in a few videos. I said Niklas Süle will be the best center back in the world, one of the best center backs in the world, if he stays fit this season. And a few days later, he's injured. So it was. Man, yeah, I'm still hoping. Yeah, we'll get him in January. Would definitely be worth it. The 15 million you have to pay on top. Yeah, he would be worth it because. Well, I don't think this board understands this, but we can't lose to Chelsea in the Champions League. Our sponsorship with Adidas will go down because that's 2 years in a row you're not making the semifinals, right? We make the most money in the group stages. I don't care about the group stages, right? So we need to keep the momentum going. Beat Chelsea. We need to beat Chelsea. We have to think a month from now. It's not always think 3 years from now what's going to happen. We have to think a month from now. If we beat Chelsea, we are in the Champions League quarterfinals. Hopefully we get like Atletico Madrid I don't want to get Liverpool. I can't. I mean, if God forsake, I don't want to get Liverpool. If Liverpool can save themselves to the final of the Champions League when we play them, we're not going to get to the final, but if they can save themselves, I mean, we could get to the final and play Liverpool or play a team. I just hope Liverpool get knocked out, to be honest. I mean, we could end up like playing PSG or something. So, or RB Leipzig. Leipzig are gonna go through. Yep, in Düsseldorf and Wolfsburg, Leverkusen didn't score. But yeah, I was saying that we have a Gnabry that's, even if ZIRKZEE pretty much did 99% of the work from coming on, Gnabry was still scoring, didn't he? So might not be informed for the first leg, but definitely the second leg. I don't think he would even play in the second leg, the first leg. I think he'd just be on the bench because he wouldn't be 100% fit. No, I'm not saying Adidas would leave us. I'm saying the money they give us will go down, and the sponsorship money will go down, and T-Mobile might not pump as much money into the club. That's what's happening with Manchester United. They keep not getting in the Champions League. They keep getting in the Europa League. So then Adidas are like, you're not as valuable to us, so we're not going to give you as much, as much money, and we're not going to, I don't know. It might happen like that. Rather lose to Liverpool than Chelsea. Yeah, that's true. I can't lose to 13-year-old kids. These kids are close to my age. I'm 16. Some of them are 18 years old. I can't have that, okay? I can't have that on my record. I have a friend who's a Chelsea fan. We can't lose to Chelsea. If we lose to Chelsea, I would be so pissed. I would be more pissed than the Liverpool result at the Allianz Arena was the worst game I've ever seen of Bayern Munich. We looked like a bunch of PUSSYs playing. We looked like we were just letting them happen, letting them give us the little scouts. That's what it looked like. Losing to Chelsea would be it would be. Oh my God! Imagine the saltiness I would have, because Chelsea beat us in our own stadium in 2012. And then we beat them in the Super Cup the year after. So thank God we got a little bit of redemption, right? But it looks like Chelsea's the only team in London that can give us a threat. Arsenal we don't care about. They're not even in the Champions League. And Spurs we beat every time of the week. So please beat Chelsea, okay? Another thing, I want to see most Bundesliga teams go through. That's an important one for me. I want to see Leipzig go through. I want to see Dortmund go through. Dortmund won't, but Leipzig will, because Spurs are crap. So hopefully Leipzig, 2 Bundesliga teams are in there. And I hope we destroy all the English teams. And I hope Man City gets knocked out by Real Madrid, and the only English team left is Liverpool. And then all these teams from all these different leagues can teach Liverpool a lesson. I want Liverpool to get Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. That would be so funny, because I think Real Madrid would win that because of the fact that they have so many world-class talents. Like, I feel like 1 second later, Hazard would just take the ball and then pass it to Pogba, who's behind them now for some reason. I don't know why. But then, I don't know. It could happen. So, can't lose to Chelsea. The Champions League is a necessity for me. I mean, this is a whole new decade. Tottenham will lose by, I think RB Leipzig are miles ahead of us in terms of playing squad. I mean, they have like 3 players for every position, the way I want us to be, the way we were in 2013. I mean, we had Toni Kroos on the bench, man. We had Thomas Müller playing as a second backup, man. We had Schweinsteiger, one of the best midfielders ever. We had Javi Martinez in his prime. We need to have that Bayern again. We were one of the best sides in history in 2013. We legit had Boateng in one of the best center backs in the world. Well, he was the best center back in the world that season. He had an impeccable record. Best goalkeeper, pretty much. I mean, you can even argue Neuer is the best goalkeeper of all time. Lahm, the best right back of all time. Alaba was also cruising through the pitch. I rewatched the game recently, and I can't believe the team we had. We had Robben and Ribery looked the same, but they were so much younger and faster. Ribery, man, we had such a good team. To be honest, I'm not scared of anyone but Liverpool, maybe Barca. The only team I'm scared of is Liverpool. We would absolutely destroy Barcelona right now. Barcelona have, what's his name again? Valverde? Yeah, that guy. How can Bayern not beat a guy with a coach called Valverde? Come on. We will beat Barcelona if we pick them. Real Madrid too, we would beat them, because I think that Real Madrid, despite them looking so brilliant and having all these players, they still don't have a system that works for them, right? Real Madrid were 2-0 up against PSG. A few seconds later, out of nowhere, PSG is level with them. That's the point where Real Madrid is at right now, where they can score goals, but they're so terrible in the midfield and at the back. And so the Champions League we have to get to the semifinals. I want to start this decade off not crying about losing to Chelsea. I don't want to lose to anyone. I don't want Bayern to lose a single game. We ended the year with if we didn't win that Werder Bremen game. Was it Werder Bremen? No, Wolfsburg. If we didn't win that Wolfsburg game, I would have been so pissed, because last game of the first half of the season, it's Christmas. Please give me a good Christmas. That's all I wanted. And thank God ZIRKZEE came on and just did what he had to do. But That's what we need more of. I think we need more clutch players. You know, Muller used to be that clutch player, come off the bench, do that. But he would, you know, I don't know. We have so many. Lewandowski can't do everything by himself. Why do you think teams always crowd Lewandowski in big games? Because they understand he's our only goal threat. But now they have to worry about Gnabry, right? Now they have to worry about Sane when we have Sane. So we need that threat. And when teams, like, remember that game, was it Benfica last season, where Robin took the ball from just out of nowhere, dribbled through, cut inside, and whipped it in. That's what I want teams to be fearful of, that we can do that, right? That's what I want. I want to have that threat outside of the box, inside the box, you know, from corners, from deliveries. I want everyone to be scared. That's why I like Kimmich a right back, because he offers more creativity, right? He's not just, we always score the exact same goals, right? Which makes us easy to counter. But we need to start scoring, you know, from different type of positions, right? Which is why I think Coutinho is a good signing, because he'll offer that extra threat from the outside of the box. You know, that's why Kimmich was a great right back, because he would just cross it in. His delivery is insane. Amazon Prime delivery. That's why we have Alaba, who's always bombing back and forth. So I mean, I know it seems like I only care about the Champions League, but that's the league that pisses me off the most when Bayern play in it. I mean, let's be honest. I wouldn't care. The league is different because you can lose like 4 games in the league and still win it. But if you lose 4 games in the Champions League, you're out. So you can't lose it. You have to be on your A game every fixture. So let me know your thoughts. Who do you want to see Bayern sign in January? For me, defensive midfielder. We need a CDM. I want a destroyer. I want someone like a Kante, someone who just only breaks up play. I don't care if they're good on the ball. Only makes tackles. Only breaks up the play. So let me know who your 3 players are, because we need 3 players. I don't care what you're saying. Let me know who your defensive midfielder is. I think we need a right back, man. I want someone a little bit faster, someone like a João Cancelo, right? Who can bomb forward and back with the pace. And Kimmich is just, you know, he wants to be a midfielder. If he wants to be a midfielder, fine, but you have to get a good right back, because Pavard was a center back. So and obviously we have Leroy Sane. Who's your defensive midfielder for Bayern? And Sane, yeah, Sane 100%. Oh yeah, Emre Can. Is that from my last video? Yes. I think that Emre Can is a perfect signing. He left Bayern because he wasn't getting enough playing time, because he was still a young player, and that was absolutely the right choice. But the guy also left Liverpool for Juventus, wanting to win the Champions League. Now Liverpool won the Champions League without him. He must look like a bit stupid now. And also, I don't know, Emre Can, absolutely, his return could absolutely help us, because we need someone who can only disrupt play. I don't care about how you're good on the ball. You have Thiago, Kimmich, and Goretzka, and Tolisso, players that are very good on the ball and dribbling. Just pass it to them when you take the ball. We need a destroyer, a Kante. Kante is not good on the ball. He can't ping a 30-yard pass like Thiago can. He can't ping a pass across the pitch. We don't need that. We need someone who only makes tackles. If I'm talking about a player, I want to see them make 4 tackles every 5 minutes. Because one of our biggest weaknesses is that we always let the opposition just take a shot right on the edge of the box, and Neuer can't do. And they're always worldies. Why do you think all the goals we concede are some world-class goals? Like, Neuer is always beaten so easily from these world-class goals, because we don't have a defensive midfielder to put his foot in. Like, why Vidal was so good? Because Vidal was just, you got the ball, Vidal would just clear you out, but he'd take the ball so he wouldn't get a yellow for it or a foul, because he was that excellent at tackling. We need that again. Sane, Cancelo, DM, you know, there's this kid, Samure, some guy from Lille. I think you should search him. I don't know his name, to be fair. Hold on. I'll help you out here. This guy right here. From Lille. Apparently he's the new Kante sniping tool. I'll put it on the screen now. Babakari, who names their kids Babukari? What kind of name is that? So this kid, right? I mean, I'm calling him a kid. He's 20, so apparently he's decent. I'm not sure. So right now, here are the players that I was wanting yesterday. I want Cancelo, Emre Can. I think that Emre Can would be a fantastic player for the defensive midfield spot. He would really, wouldn't he? Obviously, the guy who was always the title of my video somehow, you know, has to be there. This is the guy I'm talking about, Alan. Oh yeah, Alan from Napoli. He's another one where he's unsettled at his club. He probably wouldn't mind the move to Bayern either. So Alan would be fantastic. Well, no, I don't want De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne is like, he would probably cost you 150 million, but so yeah, this is Babakari Semoir. He's not French, is he? He's African. So he's a French. He plays as a midfielder for Lille. I mean, I've watched a few clips of him, and he looks like someone who breaks up the play very nicely. He also can pass. I don't care about passing, okay? If they can't pass, that's even better. We just need a great defensive midfielder. Instead of Coutinho and Herbert. See, he is better, and he is, I wouldn't say De Bruyne is realistic unless we're getting Pep as well, because De Bruyne would like to play under Pep. Pep will leave Man City at the end of the season, probably go to Juventus, because Sarri won't do anything with Juventus, and then he'll get like 300 million at Juventus in his first season, and then Pep will become the best manager. Like, for me, Pep Guardiola is done in football. I mean, his style of playing is different. Has definitely moved away from football, because football is faster player. Teams are wanting to win the ball higher up the pitch and, you know, use fullbacks more. So Pep's style is done. The whole, you know, attacking the half spaces thing is done. So Alan, Napoli, very good. The president said he could leave. See, that's the thing. Yeah, Alan could be here. Could be a decent option for Bayern if we are in for him. If we are in for Alan, he's 28, right? Or 27. Hey Google, how old is Alan from Napoli?
Alan is 28 years old.
Alan is 28 years old. So, I mean, that's a bit old, but we kind of do need like someone who's a unit, right? Alan, I watch Alan versus Liverpool. I watch a lot of football. I watch a lot of Premier League. I watch a lot of Serie A and La Liga. I don't watch La Liga as much. It's a bit boring to me. It's too slow. And I watch a lot of, obviously, Bundesliga. I only watch Bayern, but occasionally I watch Leipzig or Dortmund. I watch too much football, you can say, because I think that, you know, the French league is a bit more similar to the Premier League in the whole physicality is everything. So this kid would fit Bayern because he not only is physical, but he's also technical. The Bundesliga is most technical. Okay, so we can get Mertens for around 10 million. Opinion? No. Why would we need Mertens? We don't need a finesse shot merchant. We just have Lewandowski who does finesse shots while the ball's in the air. We don't need Mertens. You could get Allen for 35 million. Yeah, Allen wouldn't be expensive too. He would be like 35, 40. If you below 50 million, you could get Allen, right? Yeah, Coutinho x Allen. See, I don't understand Coutinho. Oh, you're Belgium. That's why De Bruyne is wanted. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's maybe why I like Alphonso Davies, because, you know, he's from close to the US, so maybe that's why I like him, you know. So, yeah, so no Mertens. Jeez. Okay, so Coutinho, that's what I wanted to talk about. What are your thoughts? Should we sign Coutinho permanently at the end of the season? Because for me, he's done enough to say, yeah, no, scratch that. He's not done enough to say, yeah, let's just sign him. But he's also not been bad either. He's been a decent signing for what we've gotten him. I don't know if it's the system we play, but it just doesn't need a number 10. We don't really utilize a number 10, right? We don't. And let's be honest here, we just kind of have a number 10 means that your play goes through that number 10. James Rodriguez barely. We use Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller is more of a second striker, you know, making runs beyond the striker. He's not really a creator. So we never have used a number 10. We never had a number 10. I mean, Toni Kroos, Muller would play there, and they're not really number 10s. Toni Kroos is a dynamic midfielder who wants to defend somehow as well. So, you know, we don't really need a number 10. That's why I'm not into the whole Coutinho, James Rodriguez thing. I love them both. I like the technical. My side of things, I love technical players, but I don't think we need a number 10. He should take us to semi-final for the permanent signing. He should, right? Mertens can play on wings to be. Wait, Mertens? He's a wing. No, Mertens is a striker. I mean, yeah, can play on wings. Would cost 10 million, but aren't we trying to move on and rebuild, right? Why are we moving to players like Mertens who are, yeah, so it's different. So also subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 30 subscribers, despite the fact that we're 42. Someone will unsubscribe. So Coutinho for maximum 85 million. I'm 85 million. I'm just thinking of the players you could get for 85 million. You could go to so many teams. Eriksen is cheaper and he's closer to what we want as a 10. He can, you know, defend and cover the grass. He's basically a lawnmower, Danish lawnmower. I've heard someone call him that. That's why I'm calling him that. But Eriksen would be a good signing too, right? But he wouldn't cost 85 million. He costs like 20 million. So if the price is lowered like 70 million, I don't see exactly. Is Barcelona going to be like, oh yeah, we paid 150 million for you. Hey Bayern, have him for 70 million. It's not going to happen, is it? They're going to ask for a lot of money, which is why I want the Bayern board to be at least a little bit more competent than they usually are and say, nah, this is not it. We're going to look somewhere else for a midfielder, an attacking midfielder. And then that's when we can start talking. So Mertens is a very good player, has lots of experience. Yeah, I love Mertens. I watched a lot of, like I said, I watch Napoli quite often. Except I used to watch Napoli when Ancelotti was there, and I was watching Koulibaly because I like his style of play, and he just caught my eye. I also like watching Allen and Fabian Ruiz because he's such an elegant player. Mertens is there, and Insigne is there. The shorter Napoli is just a B-Tech Barcelona, right? So because of the short player stuff, Mertens is very good. I'm not saying that, but he's 32, isn't he? So we just got rid of Ian Robben and Frank Ribery, two legends of the club, and then Perisic is down here. Why are we trying to go back to older? We don't need experience. Look at the experience we have: Thomas Muller, Lewandowski, Manuel Neuer, Boateng, Alaba. We have so much experience in the team. We don't need it. Gotta go, subbed. Alright, see you later, Max Vanessa. When this stream reaches 40 minutes, we will be going off. I'll be streaming pretty much, hopefully closer to every day during the transfer window. Coutinho for, yeah, okay, so with all the high prices, yeah, the prices have, the player prices, man, they've just, I mean, you can blame Man City for buying. They bought Kyle Walker and Liverpool in a way because they made defenders expensive, you know, and then teams now want 100 million for a center back. I could be a center back and I wouldn't cost 100 million. I would probably cost you 50 million. That's a joke. I would be the worst player on the pitch, but I would you know, if one of us was playing for Bayern, we'd probably die on the pitch because we love the club so much, right? I would die on the pitch. I would literally die on the pitch because I love this club so much. So yeah, this is the stream. I'll wait for it to be 40 minutes and then we can stop streaming. But it's been a very fun stream. Usually more fun than it usually is because I actually had people watching. No, I'm kidding. I love doing these because people might watch them later, you know, when they're just in their car. They'll watch them. Also, I will try to get rid of the smoke detector sound. I'm too lazy to call the people to come get rid of it. Also, the living room ceiling is so high, we don't have anything to go up there and change the battery, so it'll keep beeping, but I will get rid of it. So thank you everyone for tuning in and watching the stream. Hopefully I come back tomorrow and we're not talking about the same type of topics. I played for Bayern when I was like, wow, that's very crazy. That's a dream. Wait, are you like Bavarian? Dyer, are you from Munich? That would be insane. That's nice, playing for Bayern Munich. I would die on the pitch. I would run around, cut all the grass. I would cover every inch of grass. The lawn people wouldn't have to do anything because I would just be the one cutting the grass every game day. I wouldn't do much, but I would run around, make every tackle. It wouldn't be a great tackle, but I'd still make the tackles. Very nice. So thank you for tuning in. Mia san mia and peace. Right in the stream. There we go.